This will be combined with your tutorial and practical. Wait, Yeah, from 12 to 2, it will combine your tutorial with practical. So for tutorial, I already uploaded, I think the day before yesterday, your tutorial. Or yesterday, I don't remember. So have you done it? Because for tutorial, I will ask you guys to present your answer. I will pick you guys randomly. So you need to present or explain your answer. So for the first question, let's move to the tutorial. Mm, oh, this one. Okay. For, for question one, anyone want to volunteer to explain your answer?
Uh, can I present?
Noel? Yeah, sure, can.
This is my answer.
Oh, okay. So the question asks you to uh, describe the relationship between classes and object. So can you explain your answer?
So class is like a blueprint for the to create an object. Yeah, that's how I understand it.
Wait, your answer I can see. Did you just copy and crop it to your?
Yeah.
A class is an abstract definition of an object. Can you please explain again? Because I think your explanation just now is not very clear. What is class and object?
Uh, class is like a blueprint,
Blueprint?
and object is like the real thing from the blueprint, based on the blueprint. Is it correct?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Noel. Okay, thank you. For the first question, the relationship between classes and object. A class actually is an abstract definition of an object. So it's defined. I think just now Noel said based on his understanding what is object and classes. So object is actually the abstract. Class is an abstract of an object, and class it defines the structure and behavior of each object in class. So, miss, don't forget to record. I forgot again. Okay, it's already recording. Okay, class and object is firstly for this kind of question you need to know the definition of your whatever they ask you. So for this question one, a class is an abstract definition of an object. And then a class define the structure and the behavior of each object in class. Actually, it's like a template to create the object. So object can be grouped into classes. I think this is a very straightforward question. I can share my answer with you guys. So for 1A, this is like the definition or the relationship. You can see the answer in the message box. Yeah. But what Noel said just now, it's more to like general explanation. Okay, then we move to the second question. Second question. Second question, it asks you to construct or to draw a diagram for the course registration system. So anyone want to share the diagram? Any of you guys want to volunteer to share your diagram? If not, then Vincent, you want to share your answer? Pharaoh Vincent.
Oh, okay. But I'm not sure how to do this diagram. I just um, yeah, let me share. Can see my.
Can. Yes.
So I answer like this because I'm not sure how to like how is the YAML diagram is.
Hmm?
So basically, the student like registering the course. Uh, I just do like this, course, then
Okay.
receive and then pass and register course. And this
Or
is the details, and this is the message that it's if it's the student
registered.
yeah, eligible to enroll course or not.
Well, Vincent, I think what you did here is uh, okay. I mean, like at least you are doing some relation. I think what you're trying to do here is you want to try to show what's the relationship here, the
Yeah.
student and how it, yeah, how it is. What's the relationship between student and the courses? And then I can see that you show like a few details here: the name, student number, phone number, or yeah. But then for this one, wait, for this question, hmm, so you managed to show the first, it asks you to construct a UML class diagram, and then the relationship between the course class, and it should include some of the message. So I can see there's a message here down there. Is it, it's eligible to enroll courses, a course. So that's the message. And then it asks you, okay, this one 2.1. Okay, Vincent, okay, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Thank you, Vincent.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, for this one, suddenly, me sorry, I haven't from suddenly no current RSD2. Is it your group RSD2? Your group is RSD2, right?
Yeah.
Ivan. Okay. Okay, okay. Wait, okay. Later you can join and see the recording. Sorry, yeah, it's okay. Later, if let's say we ended this class, then you guys still can read the message in the box or how? Can you guys still
Cannot.
cannot? You
Uh,
just, oh, so you
yeah.
just see the recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, same program, different group. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, chat is also recorded. Yeah, you can see the you can see the chat in the record. Can join us. Okay. Okay. For this question, where we were just now, question two. This should be the, wait, Wait. Mm, 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 mm. You guys can see, right? For question 2, the first one, they ask you to construct a UML class diagram. The one that your friend showed just now is already correct. Basically, he do something like this. He drew the UML class diagram for the course class. So the classes here is the course. This one just now. No, I mean the classes here is the course. The course is the class here in your diagram. And then it includes some message that student class may wish to send. So this is the, wait, I don't think, is it, wait guys, I'm confused. Wait, wait. Is it your messaging, right? Yes. Yeah, I missed in the one that you see last Monday on your first class. Okay, wait. Hmm, I think the answer here that I have is not the, mm, uh, I won't say correct. I think the one that Noel just now sent is, I'm not sure the one your friend just now, what he showed is correct because it's that there. You can see from his diagram there's a message. But the one that I have here, I don't think this is correct. Maybe, yeah, I don't have staff Gmail yet. I haven't received anything from Tar. So maybe your friend just now can share the diagram later in the chat group. The one that present just now, can you please share your diagram later? But we move to the
Okay.
okay, thank you. So we move to the second one. Second one is the construct UML object diagram for the object cost. So construct UML class diagram for the cost and give some message that you wish to send. So the class here, wait, anyone want to share your answer for 2B UML diagram for
My
the
turn.
cost object? Anyone say anything just now?
If my
Pardon? Noel, I cannot hear you.
if my
He said he want to share his answer.
Oh, Noel, is it? You want to share your answer? Kak, okay.
like this.
This one is you, actually, this one you combine, right?
Which one?
I mean for question 2, you show your,
Oh,
you
uh,
mean, I mean you combine the 2 point, the first point and the second point, right?
yeah, yeah.
You directly show your diagram relationship. Well, actually, you can do like this, but then the questions that here that the first, oh yeah, I think you do, I think this is, oh yeah, because you show just now, I thought that the answer is for the first one, but it's okay. For question number 2, actually you can draw the separate diagram, UML diagram for the student and the student and the classes. But what he said just now, he already combined the two question, the 2 point for the question 2. I think that should be okay. we move to question number 3. This is a straightforward question. Definition of polymorphism, and then explain how a message passing to different object by applying polymorphism. So anyone want to explain this one, the polymorphism and the object passing and how it works? Oh, okay. Alvin, you want to explain or you want to share answer? Alvin, can you turn on your mic? Mm, His mic is not working at the moment. So anyone, sorry, wait. Okay, let me explain first from Alvin answer here in the message box. Polymorphism allow one message to be sent object different class. This is the concept of polymorphism. Yes, it's correct. It allow one message to be sent to uh, different classes. Different classes. For example, I still remember in your lecture note, the concept of polymorphism is hmm, still remember there's a concept here. Hmm, So first we get back to the question, the definition of polymorphism. The polymorphism allows a message to be sent to different classes of object. That means the message can be sent to few classes of object, and then the classes will perform differently or it will respond differently on the same message. Do you understand what does it mean by polymorphism? Yeah, and then it's that here, Alvin said here, the sending object need to know what kind of object, and then it will receive the message. And I think he get the answer from the lecture note. For example, operation staff multi-observation. Yeah, I think his answer here already explained clearly what is polymorphism, and then how the object, the sending object and the receiving object uh, respond. That means the sending object doesn't need to know what kind of object. He doesn't need to know who is or what is the receiver of the message, and then the receiver, the object, the receiver of the message will uh, perform the what respond, how they know, the receiver know how to respond appropriately based on the message. And then that is polymorphism. So example, he step here, the example of polymorphism, he support his answer with he support his answer with some example here. So for example, staff total working time, operation staff monthly pay. Okay, for example, one object send to this different, one object send message to different, you need to show this. Okay, so for example here, one object is sent to this message is sent to this object, and then this object know how to what to produce, what result they need to produce based on the message that's sent by the object. So each of the object, the receiving object of the message will know what to respond or what to send back to the what is requested. So this one you understand or not, the polymorphism? Basically, polymorphism is only like you send a message to many classes. That's the definition of basic concept of polymorphism. Yeah, this is the example in the lecture note. One remote can send shutdown message to different TV. One message can send shutdown to different TV. This one in from lecture note. This one, guys, I think if you want to communicate, right, it's better if you turn on your mic because it will be, because there will only 7 of us, 8, 9 or 10 of us here in this class. So if you want to communicate or you discuss, you can turn on your mic and then we can discuss together. But basically, yeah, that's the definition of polymorphism. And then we move to question 4. Identify and describe the relationship of the classes below. Anyone want to explain this one, this part? Question number 4. I think the first part, identify and describe the relationship. Yeah, for question 4, I think there are 3 parts. There are 3 parts. The you need to identify and describe, and then the second one is you need to draw or construct. So for 4.1, first, who want to identify? Who want to Xu Ting Chin, you want to explain your answer for 4.1? Yeah. Uh, Xu Ting Chin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. Hi. You want to explain? Can you share your answer for 4.1?
Wait.
Pardon, I cannot hear you.
Where I'm doing the tutorial in my computer, but I'm using my laptop to uh, open the class, so I will join this class first on my computer.
Uh, um, then maybe we can move to it's okay, Chin. Then I'll find Zi Cheng Wong. You want to share your answer? You just need to explain, or you want to share your answer in the chat box, and then you can explain what do you understand or how you want to describe the relationship. Wong, you want? Can you hear me? Yes. So you want to Wong, can you turn on your mic and explain? Yes. Okay. Oh, my mic not working today. Oh yeah, so many mics not working today. Anyone want to explain? But what he said here, what he sent here in the chat box is, I think he can understand what is the relationship between this, uh, between the employee, manager, and engineer. Anyone want to explain? Because this is only to test your understanding of the concept. Anyone want to explain? Daniel, Tan Sun Yap, Daniel, you want to share or you want to explain? Daniel, can you hear me? what is wrong with the microphone of you guys. Wait, okay. You just need to explain this one. Oh yeah, guys, one more thing I want to ask you guys. Since this is not your first year, right? Previously for the tutorial, will the lecture share with you the answer for your tutorial? They will share. Is it the end at the end of the semester or after class?
For previous sem,
Oh,
we do the tutorial, and then we just share the answer, our answer, and then the lecturer will like give the alternate answers lah, like that. Then compare, then fix what's wrong and what's correct.
but
And
you, but you guys still need to discuss the answer, right? Before the lecture shared with you the.
yeah. Basically like that lah. Yeah, discussing the
Uh,
yeah.
okay, okay. Thank you, Vincent. Okay, just now who want to share the screen? I saw someone just now. Oh, Daniel.
This is my answer for the question 4, but I don't know if it's correct or not. How the hell I can zoom in?
From the
The,
bottom,
yeah,
there's
at
a scroll zoom button below.
bottom right.
Yeah.
Or Control plus on your keyboard.
How about this one? Wait.
Okay. One minute. Uh, Rashid, I want to ask you based on your message just now. No, based on your message in the box there, you said that one one person is assigned with each question, right? So is it the lecturer assigned the question to you guys before the tutorial, or how is it? He just puts the name. Okay. Daniel, I think you can explain. Sorry.
Yeah, it's hard for me to explain, but this is my answer. I just connected with the same it's like employee ID connect with employee with relationship with employee, like employee
Mm.
ID relation to manager, which is also employee. Engineer with also employee. Yeah, they connect with employee ID, relationship with employee ID. I don't know how to explain, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, Daniel, thank you. But do not stop sharing first. I want to explain. Okay, first, I think most of you guys know already how to draw like the UML diagram, because from your answer, I can tell that you guys know basically how to draw or what the idea of the UML diagram. But then for this question, identify and describe the relationship between the classes below. The classes are the employee, manager, and engineer. As Daniel showed here, he drew it correctly, which they have three class, the manager, employee, and engineer. This is correct. And then the first one is construct UML class diagram with the appropriate class name and properties. So you can see that he already drew here the UML class diagram, for each of the classes. So there are three classes there you can see, and then based on the above, and then he drew the classes correctly with the properties. As you can see, for each of the class there, manager, you can see there are properties, employee ID, name, age, font, and employee type. Yeah. So you can see his answer there. And then the second one is based on the above solution, construct UML object for one of the classes above. I think for this one, it's the best if you guys do something like generalization. That's mean, wait, generalization. Because from my answer scheme here, it is already specified using the generalization concept. But I think his answer can be accepted too, because from the question you can see that the correct association. That's mean employee, engineer, manager. Oh, the correct association. That's mean that we have learned about the concept. Wait, the concept of, if I'm not mistaken, the concept of generalization. So GENERALIZation. Okay. Generalize. You can stop sharing. I want to share my screen. Thank you, Daniel.
Welcome.
Okay. So, okay. So here there's a concept here of generalization, because you need to use the correct association. From this one, the employee, manager, and engineer, you know, we can draw something like a hierarchy, hierarchy chart where you can see the most general is on the top one, and then the subclasses will be on the bottom one. So for this case, for this question, the employee should be on the top one. I'll share with you my example, like this one. This is the example of the one that he drew just now. Just now he already drew, but I think you need to just rearrange the classes of your diagram. But this one later, I'm not sure, because I was informed that I'm not sure if I can share this answer with you, because my course coordinator informed us that we cannot share anything, but I'll get back to you guys later if I can share the answer. But basically, this is how it should be. Or just everyone pass their results of copy, and Miss can immediately text everyone answer and discuss. Wait, let's share any. I cannot share the screenshot just now. But basically, that's how you will draw your UML diagram. And then we move to the construct an UML object diagram. UML object diagram for one of the classes above. Object diagram. Just now, Daniel, right? Just now, do you already complete your answer for the question 4? For the second question, for question number 4, do you want to share again your screen? Is it just now? Oh, just now is Tan Sun Yap, right? Tan Sun Yap Daniel. You want to share again your answer? Or anyone want to volunteer to share the next answer?
Miss, the arrow, does it have to be combined or can be separate? Like
The you
in,
mean the arrow of your diagram?
yeah.
Based on the, I think based on the first question, right? If you already complete the diagram, you can show from the first diagram too. If you already completed, it's also can, because we just need to know if you understand what is object diagram is. So you want to share your answer, Noel?
No.
No. Then Jing Ming Lim, you want to share your answer?
Sure.
Okay.
When you see my screen,
Yeah, can.
this is my answer. The employee is the properties factor and the relationship between
I think
people.
you're slow. I cannot hear you.
I think it's my line. I
Oh,
think it's a little
oh,
bit
oh.
high lah. I
Mm,
still say this is my answer lah.
okay.
I'm not sure is it right or wrong.
Thomas Lin Chai. Okay. Wait. First, wait ah. Object diagram. Wait. Okay. For who are you?
Alvin.
Okay. You, yeah, Alvin. Thank you, Alvin.
Uh,
Okay. It's okay. I'll share my screen.
okay.
Thank you. For okay, I'll share with you. You can see this one, right? You can say, I Google the object diagram. First, you need to know what is object diagram actually. From here, you can see there are 6 classes, and then the first one, let's take this one, the manager, the classes manager. As you can see here, there are name and address. So each of the value here already hold specific value of, I mean unique ID or unique value of the item here. So for this question, this is the example of your object diagram. That's mean uh, from, I think few of you just now already shared the diagram, but the one that we shared is not object diagram because they don't have this specific, not specific, yeah, unique value. For like, for example, the classes is engineer, right? So the engineer is Thomas Lin, and then it hold the specific value for the unique value for this one person, for this one engineer. So that's what the object diagram is. And then, do you understand that part? Okay, I'll take it as you guys understand. And then we move to the, yeah, to the last question, question number 5. Question number 5, who want to volunteer to present your answer? Hmm. Basic. I think question number 5 is quite easy because it's already stated here. It's already stated here that you need to draw a class diagram with generalization or inheritance relationship. So who wants to show his answer? Shark. Shark Concan, you want to share your answer?
Got something wrong with my Microsoft Word. I cannot draw a diagram.
Uh,
Sorry about it.
oh, it's okay. Oh yeah, guys, for this diagram, I'm not sure, but for these courses, you don't have to use any specific tools, but I suggest you guys to use Draw.io. You can copy and then you can screenshot your answer using just Draw.io. Never mind, we move to because they under 7. Wong, Z, Sheng Wong, you already share your answer? Or you want to share again for this question number 5? Wong. Oh, I think Z, Shen Wong, you want to share your answer? I think it's not responding. Who else? Vincent, you want to answer the last question? Question number 5. I think it's quite easy.
Oh, actually, my last question I didn't do. Only that one, question 5 I didn't do.
Oh, okay, it's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Noel, you want to share? This is the last question before we move to our practical.
Yeah, yes, I didn't do because I don't know how to make a UML diagram.
Okay.
Yeah, basically we didn't know how to do the YAML diagram.
So,
I don't know what's the correct one. Yeah.
but I want to ask you guys. But generally or basically, do you know how it's look like? I mean the UML diagram.
Uh, just a bit. Yes.
Just
But
a bit lah. I mean, like we like Google like what's the UML diagram like. Yeah.
But you do
So
not. But like you do not know what's the classes or attribute of the diagram, right?
yeah,
Is it?
which part of the class and which part of the something like that.
But I think okay, I think I understand. I think you guys only understood the overall diagram of the UML, but you do not know what is the attribute or what is the properties of the diagram. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
It's okay. This is your first class. Maybe you will still confused. But for the question 5, for question 5, draw and use relationship. Okay. Mm, for question 5, I'll show my screen. Okay. For question 5, you need stuff. So they are okay. This is the information that you need to include: the name, address, phone number, date, and the position. So the classes here is the staff and the student. So there are two classes here, the staff and the student, which contain the name, address, phone number, and employee position. And then the information for student should include his name, date of birth, course, and year of study. So this is all the information that you need to include in your UML diagram. So the first one, the first point here, they ask you to do UML class diagram with generalization or inheritance relationship. So your answer um, should yeah should be in this kind of form. It should be in this kind of form from the general to the specialized. So for this question, for the classes, this is the example of how you should do your UML diagram. This is the, how do I say this? This is the classes, the staff and the student. As you can see in the question, they ask you to provide the using the generalization or inheritance relationship. So from this diagram, you can see this is the generalization form. That's mean it's the most specific item. It should be on the bottom one. And then this person, I mean, how to explain this? I mean, the person can be a staff or student. So in the staff and in the student and the staff details, what they ask is the detail here. You can see name, address, telephone number, and address, name, course and your study. So you can see here, this is the general one. This is the common that they shared from the details they request. And then this stuff they request for more specific details such as that of employed and the position. And the student do not share this that of employed position in their classes, which that means each of the classes on the bottom should specific or specialize on what they want. So on the top one, you can see here that they share the same details that they request. So you guys understand or not from this explanation
So
on the general?
generalization and inheritance is the same thing.
Pardon, Noel?
Generalization and inheritance, is it the same thing?
Is it the what?
Same thing.
Same
Is,
thing. Is it the
oh,
same thing?
generalization, inheritance. Is it the same thing, right? So first you need to see here. Generalization is this one. Okay, for inheritance, you can tell that the how do I explain? Inheritance can be a generalization, but you need to know that inheritance. Okay, I'll give you example from this one. From this one. Okay, from this example, this is the generalization, but is the generation is the same with inheritance? The answer is, I won't say it is no, because inheritance usually they will inherit, or mm, they have subclasses, but they are more specific. How do you explain this? There will be no answer to this question. I mean, like, it's not yes or no. I mean, like, inheritance, the define mechanism which more specific. This is the keyword here, which more specific classes. That's mean in here, in example, you can see that this student, they have specific what attribute here, which do not share with this staff. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the staff do not have this course and the year of study. That's the inheritance, as you can read here. Strategy with more general classes, which more specific classes. This one is the keyword. Do you understand or not?
Oh, so the specific class has different attributes.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
because this is, as you can see from this answer, they do not share the attribute here. This is more specific. So that's the answer to your question. And then question, yeah, that's the answer to your question. Inheritance. Discuss the benefit of using inheritance. Inheritance. Anyone want to explain, or, but I think this part I haven't touched right in your lecture note. I think I haven't touched this part, the inheritance. So this question, discuss the benefit of using inheritance of object-oriented. How does inheritance work, atau sorry, how does inheritance can help you in your program? So reuse code classes from previous project. Okay, for programming, right? Mm, you guys study programming. Yeah, I'm very sure you guys study programming. You guys do the coding, right? So in your programming, usually we have something that called library. Library is where you save or store your value that can be reused later. That means you can use your code. No, I mean you can call back the library and then call any function that you store in the library. let's say I give you example for use code classes. Okay, I give you example. For project A, you need for project A you have a library, and then in that library you store like you store like a value of pi is 3.142. So for the next project or other project, you want to call back the value of pi. So you don't have to write the call. You just need to call back the pi. So the pi will hold the value of 3.142. That's the another use of classes inheritance to all subclasses, including information structure. The whole description of superclasses applies to all subclasses, including information inheritance. I'm not sure about the second point, but the overall or the basic of inheritance is something like I explained just now. Mm, I think I haven't touched this in your lecture, but it's okay. I'll explain in your next lecture. So, guys, for your tutorial, do you have any question?
So far for me, no questions lah.
The answer for the UML diagrams, are they flexible? Like that the answers can be different from the suggested answers. Right.
The answer can be different because actually the purpose of this study is for you to understand how to draw or how to test your understanding on the requested diagram. But then your answer can be different from what I have, but it should be correct.
If
You
missing
your
if there's missing a few attributes or extra attributes doesn't matter much as long as it's logical, right?
Yeah, because the attributes can be different.
Okay.
Yeah. So I assume there's no question for your tutorial. So we should move to your practical. Yeah, we should move to your practical. We should move to your practical. So can we have a 5 minute break first? We'll start back at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Practical. Okay, thank you.
Is it the same? Same, 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 same. Is it the same? Is it the same? Is it the same? Same, same. 1, 2, 3. ABC. 1, 2, 3. ABC. Testing, testing. Is it the same? Template. Is it the same? Same. Is it the same? Object oriented analysis. Yeah. Hmm. Is it the same? Same. Testing.
Guys, can we start again? Can we resume our class?
Okay.
Okay. So for practical, mm, for practical, so I'm not sure. Eh, for practical, I'm not sure. Do you have any other class for practical before? I mean, before the online class? How do you do your practical class? Do you go to your lab?
Online.
Oh, I mean,
Before online kah?
yeah, before online
We go to lab.
lab, right? So our college have lab, right? So for normal classes, yeah, we will go to lab. But since no, my main concern is just I want to know how how our college do the practical classes. Because for my previous class, we have our lab, but it's okay. For your practical classes, for your this class, as I was informed, where is it? As I was informed, I haven't informed you guys, right? Do you have exam or not? But mm, wait, ah. assignment. Okay. So I already uploaded this document. I think you can download. But what I want to share with you guys is, if I'm not mistaken, for these classes, you won't have any exam. You won't have any exam. So yeah, you won't have any exam, but your mark, your final mark will be based on your continuous assessment, which for which is for every practical class, we will discuss the, okay, like this. You guys can see my screen, right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so for tutorial classes, for as you can see here, this is the week one, which is the first week. What I want you to know, for each classes, we will discuss. You will present your progress of your assignment. You will present your progress of your assignment based on what's requested here. I mean, what I want you to deliver on that particular week. So for example, this week, the week one, supposedly you need to identify what's the problem of your system or prepare the functional requirement, functional requirement of your system. So for this semester, for these courses, what I want you to do is, since there are only 9 of you, I think it's nine of you guys, 9 or 10, 11 of you guys. So what I want you to do is form a group, form a team, for you to complete your assignment. So yeah, I want you to form a team to complete your assignment. And then, but for your group, you only have 2 team or 2 group. So you guys need to choose one of any existing system, any current system or existing system. Like for online shopping, obviously we are familiar with Shopee, Lazada, or any other system. It's not necessary this, but I don't want you guys to have the same system. That means one group should have one different system, because there are only 2 of you or 2 group of you guys. So I don't want you to do the same system. So for each of our tutorial, let's say you already choose JNT. You already choose JNT as your project. And then for the first week, which is this week, you need to deliver this to me. You need to present. You need to present to me what's the problem or what the functional requirement, all the way to week 7 for the first part of your assignment. So like yeah. So for like, what I want you to do is, you guys know what is module, right? Module of the system. Do you guys know what is module of the system?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's this. Okay, module. I think you guys should know the module. Okay. For example, in your system, you have five member. So you pick one system. For instance, you pick JNT. You pick JNT or Shopee. You pick Shopee. So each of your team member should pick one module in your system. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Each member should pick one module, and then that one particular module will be used. You will use that one particular module to complete all your assignment. For example, okay. For example, identify. This one should be general. Current, the problem of the current system should be general, but you can split it into module if each module have their own problem. For example, member A will pick module A. So this module A, he will find or identify what's the problem, and then he need to prepare the functional requirement. So this student A also need to prepare for the next week what is the of overview of the use case diagram of that one particular module. Do you understand or not so far? Do you have any question?
No.
No.
Okay. So you need, I'm not sure how should you divide yourself. Do you want me to divide you, or you want me to find, you want to find your own group? Because you're not in the first year, right? So I think some of you already know each other. I think you want to form your own group, or you want me to divide? I can, which one you guys prefer?
Uh, reform. So
So you form your own group. Okay. Then how should you, better. Then you should discuss too among your class. Do not choose the same system. Do not clash with other group system. So because today is the first week of our practical, and then for next practical class for next week, because I think this one should be easy, this first week we will carry this task to the next week. So that means next week, for next week, I want every one of you present what is your module and then what is required for your module. So this one should cover this one and this one. This next class should cover this one and then this one. I think, yeah, I think 1 hour should be enough because there are only 11 of you guys. So the mark, and then you need to keep all your assignment until week 7, which you need to submit to me, your assignment. And then, yeah, this one. Each team member should produce the required diagram. So each of you, the mark will be given based on your individual work, even though you're working in group. So your mark will be evaluated individually. So I think that one should be the first week, the first part. I think that one should be enough for the first part. So there will be the first part, which is part 1 and part 2. The first assignment should contribute 80% of your mark, 80% of your overall mark. So this is 80% can, 80% is will contribute a lot to your marks. And then I still cannot share this one with you guys because this is not official I received from my system. So that's how you should form your group or what you need to do in our practical class. Let's go back to here. So basically for this assignment, you need to draw the, or you need to create the UML, Unified Modeling Language, of your proposed system, and the analysis model will be used. I think this one. So the learning outcome, construct. Use them to prepare Okay, the learning outcome here, why you need to do this assignment is for you to analyze the business scenario, the current system or current existing system, and then you need to derive the analysis of the UML model and then construct the UML. Basically, you need to know how to use or construct the UML diagram. And then submission deadline. This is, I said just now, for now you just need to focus on this first part 1, week 7. This one is ignore. So basically you need to submit on your week 7, but then I still want to see your progress every week. You need to present your progress every week. 4 to 5 member. It's okay. 4 to 5 member. And this is, you need to choose, doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily from this system. You can pick any system that you think should be okay with you guys, but remember one team should have one module. Yeah, you need to conduct research and analysis of your system. This one, I think what you can do now is only do your reading through internet. It's quite impossible for you to conduct interview or survey or observation. I think what's important is for you to understand your system actually. It's very important for you to understand your system, for you to come up with the diagram. Propose 4 or 5 module. Yeah, at least 4 or 5 module. That means one student, one module. Oh yeah, one more thing. Like the forgot password or login module, that's so like a minor module. You don't use that module, login module or forgot password as a module. You need to use that. Something is not as simple as login or forgot password module. Login is a module, but it's quite simple for you actually. Hmm. This part you need to explain or present every week to your class. Hmm. Submit following. Soft copy. Oh yeah, for your university, do you already learn about? Oh no, you already learn. I mean, like, what's the format of your writing for assignment? Do you know
What?
the format of your assignment? You have fixed format, right? Yeah, the document.
Yeah, it's
Mm. So yeah, I think you should be familiar with this because this is not your first year, so you should know this part. Oh, this one part 2. Part 2 is what? Part 2 is still the okay. Oh yeah. So I think this is too. You cannot. You still can submit after the deadline, but you know there will be mark deducted since you will present your week every since you will present your work every week. So I don't want any late submission because by right, if you already present, you already done your job, you already done your part, you just need to compile together with your teammate. So I don't expect any late submission. And then since your mark will be based on your assignment, so you need uh, to do well for this assignment because I think everyone can score high mark for your course for this course. So this is mark. This is the rubric. Hmm, yeah, I think that's all important for you to know, I guess. Do you have any question for your practical? We cannot do any practical this week because this is your first week and then you haven't formed your group and you have nothing to present. So we'll carry forward to the next practical. So for now, do you have any question?
Next practical, we need the week 1, and then we need the overview use case also. The week 2 or the next week we need to present the
It's just the overview of use case diagram.
overview and
Overview.
the problem in the week 1.
What do you mean?
Present week 1 and week 2 the overview together. Take next week.
Yeah, but for like week 2, I think you will have 3 weeks for this because you can see the timeline here: week 1, week 2, and week 3. I think the last time I still remember the course coordinator. Other branch like in KL, Johor, KL, I think mostly they have like hundred of students. That's why they need like uh, more time for them. But we still follow this timeline, so there will be 3 weeks for this. So that's why I postpone, or I will carry forward this week one to second week and third week. But this one 2A, you just need the overview of use case diagram. You doesn't need to be. It will be good if you can already understand, so you can create diagram. Oh, how do you say? Like, yeah, you don't need, you just need to write the overview of your diagram. You don't need to be specific or particular. So any other question? Guys, do you want to ask anything? This document maybe I will share later.
So far, no.
So you will form your own group, right? I don't need to divide it.
Miss, I want to ask about the team member. There are 11 people here. 11,
Yeah.
11 students here.
Mm.
We have confusing about the group member organizing group member. Can we have one group for 6 and one group for
Yeah.
5?
Yeah. One should be 6, one should be 5. Should be okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you find you guys later.
Okay, thanks, Miss.
Okay. Anything else? Any question? I think it's better
No.
if you can find your teammate by today, so you can because we still have time, right? Later, if after we finish your class, maybe we'll finish early today, so you need to find you can find your team member by today, and then yeah, I think by tomorrow you should send your member team name of your member team to the group, so that I know which team you will join. By tomorrow should be okay, right? Today you need to form your group. So anything else? Any question? I
No.
guess no. Okay, then I think that's all for today. Okay, guys. See you next.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, bye, guys. Thank
Okay,
you.
Miss. Thank
Thank
you.
you.